Something I hear from podcasters all the time is that their dream was to launch a podcast, get downloads, and then start making money from advertisers. But the reality often looks different. Launching a show can be difficult. Then finding advertisers is a whole process. Most sponsors aren't reaching out to you. You have to go out and sell yourself to the sponsors. If you do convince somebody to sponsor your show, you have to go through the logistics of where are you going to place the show? What are you going to talk about? What does the contract say? And hope for the best when the ad goes live. And even with the promise of dynamic ad insertion from a number of companies, the barrier for entry is often too high. You need to have thousands of downloads or thousands of unique listeners. You can only do it in certain regions. That's why here at RSS.com, we are so excited to announce Paid, our way to do dynamic ad insertion that is accessible to as many podcasters as possible. Hey everybody, my name's Joe Casabona. I'm the evangelist here at RSS.com, and today I'm going to tell you what exactly dynamic ad insertion is, how Paid is different from everybody else, and then how you can enable it on your RSS.com account. Let's get started. So first of all, let's talk about what dynamic ad insertion or DAI is. Dynamic ad insertion inserts advertisements into your podcast in real time. So the key characteristic here is that ads aren't baked in. That is permanently part of the original file. And let me tell you a quick story about a baked in ad gone completely wrong for me. I did a baked in ad for a company for my podcast several years ago where I not only got the name of the company wrong, I accidentally named a competitor, but the URL I was sending people to was also wrong. So in order for me to fix that, I had to unpublish the episode, re-record the ad spot, remove the ad spot from the original episode, put the new one in, and then republish. As you can imagine, this did not go well for me. The advertiser was actually really nice about it. They understood that things happen and there was common brand confusion between them and their competitor. But I felt awful, and I ended up doing a few make goods for them where I added more ads for free for them to make up for the mistake I made. So if I was using something like dynamic ad insertion, where I wasn't using baked in ads, this would have never happened. Another big benefit of dynamic ad insertion in general is that the ads are highly targeted based on factors like listener location, time, and device, even listening habits, and a lot more. The final big benefit of dynamic ad insertion is that you can monetize old episodes, not just ones that you haven't published yet. So you can take your entire inventory and sell ads for them. Our version of dynamic ad insertion is called Paid. Programmatic ads inserted dynamically. Ads are automatically inserted into all of your podcast episodes, and there's flexible placement for pre, mid, and post-roll ads. There is no manual work needed. This is truly set it and forget it. But I know what you're thinking. Most of these programs are hard to get into. Let's look at Spotify, for example. In order to join their programmatic ads or dynamic ad insertion program, you need 10,000 hours of stream time in the last 30 days. You need at least 2,000 unique Spotify users listening to your content. You need to have a minimum of 12 published episodes, and the podcaster has to be located in one of 4 places: the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. Those requirements are hard for even podcasters who have been doing it for a long time. What if you have a super niche podcast and you publish once a month? What if you are just getting started and it's gaining popularity, but now you have to wait to see if you consistently get 10,000 streamed hours on Spotify over 2,000 unique Spotify users? And other places like YouTube don't make it super easy either. That's why when we rolled out Paid, we wanted to make it as easy as humanly possible. So let me tell you what sets us apart from everybody else. First of all, there are no geographic barriers. You can be anywhere in the world and use paid. Our global ad inventory is from the United States and worldwide. And also, there are no eligibility barriers. I already said you can be anywhere in the world, but there's also no arbitrary minimum number of episodes you have had to publish. And as far as minimum listen hours or unique users, we only ask that you have a minimum 10 downloads per month. This minimum number of monthly downloads is largely symbolic, just to show that the podcast is active. If you publish a single episode, you will hit that monthly minimum. So really, this is not a barrier for the podcaster. It's just to prove to advertisers that, yes, someone is listening to the show. Finally, we're more than just a marketplace. Our team is proactively working to secure more direct deals with advertising platforms so that you can earn more from every ad slot. RSS.com is not in the advertising business. We are in the business to help podcasters launch their show, grow their show, and make money from their show. So when we are working with advertisers, our main goal is to help you make money, not to generate income on the side. This really is a set it and forget it type of service. You click once, then we work to grow your revenue. So I know you're interested. Let's see how you can enable paid on your RSS.com podcast. And the first thing I'll say here is this will work on any paid plan. No pun intended, I guess. So if you have the all-in-one or the network plan, you will get paid enabled on your account. So the first thing you'll need to do is click on Activate Paid Ads, and then we will show you our paid ads terms of service. Scroll to the bottom of this page, definitely read it, and then accept. Then you'll have to add a PayPal email address. This is required to use paid. You'll need a valid PayPal email account, so go ahead and put that in, and then click validate. And then we will do the validation. We're basically going to send 1 cent to that PayPal address just to make sure that it is an active PayPal email address. Once your email address is validated, you will get an email from us saying as much, and your paid ads will be active. So to manage your paid ads, you would go to Monetization and then manage paid ads. Here, you'll get a couple of messages that your PayPal email was verified and that paid ads has been successfully activated. Now, it's important to note here that as soon as you enable it, revenue from ads is processed with a 3-day delay. This is to ensure that you are getting the most accurate data and the most accurate payouts. While that data collects, you will still have ads in your podcast. And so if we look at the ad insertion points here, we have pre-roll, automatic mid-roll, and post-roll. So the pre-roll ads, you can choose to run ads before each episode's content, and you can choose between either a single or a double ad. I've noticed for my show specifically that the ads are around 30 seconds, so we're looking at about 60 seconds if you do a double, but that time may vary based on the ads being inserted into your show. The automatic mid-roll will seamlessly insert ad rolls into the middle of your episodes. We look at the episode, we see where it would be good to insert an ad that's not too disruptive, and we'll insert the ads there. And then post rolls are ads that will play after the episode's content. And again, here you can choose single or double. You can also choose to turn on and off any of these. So if you don't like pre-rolls or you feel like post-rolls aren't worth it, you can turn them off here. You can also choose your ad content preferences. So if you don't want certain ads running on your podcast, you can find categories to exclude here. You can get a full list, or you can start typing in the categories that you want to exclude. Now, something else that you can do with the mid-roll ads is if you recorded an episode with a very specific place in mind to insert those mid-roll ads, we do allow you to manually mark where they should show up. So for each episode, you would click on the plus sign next to manual mid-roll ads, and then you'll be brought up with this interface. Now you may see a little box telling you like you have to place the ad markers. That's exactly what this is. So you're given the waveform for your episode. You can choose the timestamp from this interface. You can also manually type it in here, but once you select the time, click add marker or insert ad marker, and the ad marker is inserted. Using this, you can place up to 10 manually added mid-roll spots, and you will have to do this once per ad spot. The other thing to note here is that if you do add manual mid-rolls, it will override the automatic mid-rolls. So just make sure to add one ad marker for each mid-roll you want in the episode. Once you add the mid-roll markers, you can click done. And now you see a green check mark next to manual mid-rolls. Now, if you decide that you don't want the manual mid-rolls anymore, you can click on that button again, remove the ad markers and click done, and then the automatic mid-rolls will start to be inserted again. Once you have a show that starts generating revenue, you'll see 3 boxes in your paid ads interface. You'll see the estimated balance, which will show about how much money you've made. Balances update every few days, and this will tell you the last time the balance was updated. Important note here is that estimated earnings are subject to adjustment. The final balance is confirmed within 60 days and then moved to your available balance. This is the money that you have definitely earned and will get paid out at the end of the month. You can see more information in this information box. So this is, again, automatically paid out at the end of the month. Then you will see the lifetime withdrawals. This is how much money you've made with the paid program over the lifetime that you've been in the paid program. You can click to see the payout history. RSS.com's paid program is the easiest way for you to make money with your podcast. It is truly set it and forget it, and there are no barriers to entry. You can be anywhere in the world. You can publish just one episode, and that minimum 10 downloads per month is so low that anybody with an active podcast will reach it. To learn more, you can head over to rss.com to check out our monetization features. Remember that paid is just one of many monetization features that we have, and you can learn a little bit more about the program. If you have an rss.com account, definitely be sure to enable it today. And if you want to switch to rss.com to get access to the paid program, you can head over to rss.com/switch. My name is Joe Casabona. I'm the evangelist here at rss.com. And if you have any questions about paid, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. And until next time, we'll see you out there.